welcome to the Black and White Sessions.
Hello.
We are super excited today. We have Matt Bloyd.
Hello. Hello, world.
Yay.
Yay.
How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to be finally doing a Black and White Sessions. I've been watching, I told you this, I've been watching these for years now, and I've always wanted to do one. I've seen all my favorite people do one, and so I'm just so honored to finally be here and to do one. And it's just so cool to see how all the magic happens behind the scenes and hang out with you and Tony. So I'm excited.
Yay!
Yeah.
Well, I'm so glad it worked out. I'm glad you're here. Yeah. We have some things to talk about.
Let's talk. Girl. Let's talk.
We're new friends,
We
so
are.
I feel like I'm learning about you right along with everybody else. That's watching this. We've met a few times, and obviously we have mutual respect for one another.
Love it. We're on the social medias too. We're on the Instagrams, liking each other. I'm always like, Keri's so cute, like. And the kids are so cute, like. Ooh, she's singing, like.
It's mostly pictures of my kids,
which
but
I love.
that's just the way that goes.
Oh, the cookie crumble.
Okay, so let's go back a little bit, because I kind of met you in the midst of your journey as a vocalist here in LA, and so I don't really have the backstory on you, like where you're from. I think you went to school out here somewhere, but so give me a little something.
Yeah. So I'm originally from Northern California, the northern part of the state, Modesto, California, which is smack dab in the middle.
I know where Modesto is.
It's a cute little town. Every time I go back, because my family's also there, and I love visiting the fam, obviously, but every time I go back, I'm like, I remember why I left. It's just, it's smack dab in the middle of the state, a little small farming town, which is actually...
We love you, Modesto.
Well, we love you, Modesto. I was going to say, there is my next thing, I was going to say, but honestly, they are, on the come up. We got new shops, we have a mall. I'm like, Modesto, okay, I see you, come on. But moved down here for school. So I moved down here for college. I went to Azusa Pacific University.
Oh, yeah, great.
Got my BM in music business. It was a great 5-year run. I did an extra year because, just needed some extra time. And I loved it. Actually, my 5th year was my favorite year. Graduated, got a day job working at Forever 21, and was like, let's make this music thing happen. If it's going to happen now, it's meant to happen. And if God's going to open doors, they're going to open. I'm going to walk through them. And have the last couple years, I mean, it's been 2.5 years now of just kind of hustling in a couple different ways. I think we met doing one of my YouTube videos.
Yeah, so I want to talk to you about that, because I feel like, I'm glad you already were starting to bring it up.
Yeah, jumping right in.
Jumping in, because I feel like you really are, you're the generation coming up behind my generation, and I feel like it's just a different animal.
It's a different ball game sometimes too,
But I feel like you've done really well in being like, okay, this is the reality of what we have to do to be heard, be seen, get known. And those just weren't even available to my generation when we were coming up. It was pass your CD off to somebody.
So crazy. And
so no cool. Visuals, no, and you guys are the YouTube generation. And so what were you thinking? Were you like, okay, I've got to start doing YouTube videos? What was even your motivation to start trying to do these quality? Because they weren't just like you in front of your closet in your dirty clothes.
Trying to make
it was.
Which some people love. I mean, there are videos out there that's a cute little gig.
Yeah.
But I say it's a different ball game, because it's like, that is so cool that you guys, just handed out CD demo tapes.
Yeah.
And I mean,
we spent a lot of money on those demos.
And in the same way, it's like I had to sit down and be like, okay, I have to spend a lot of money, or not a lot of money, because those videos, they look high quality, but I mean, we film in the most random places, and it's all friends, it's all, people who you went to college with, or you came up with, and they're like, oh yeah, I want to film, let's do some videos together, and that was my first really big blessing, is I had a great group of people around me who were who I express my heart to. I want to get my voice heard. I want to get out there. I want to pursue this music thing, however that may be a full-time musician. And first thing I thought was, why not do YouTube? And in 2015, which feels like so long ago now, which wasn't, YouTube was already huge. I mean, there was people coming off YouTube that were massive. It wasn't like this new thing. So I remember being apprehensive and being like, okay, how am I going to do this? I need my videos to stand out in a way. But what's funny is, even saying that now, that wasn't really my intention. I remember wanting to make videos with my friends. Most of the videos that have done so well on my channel had no expectation for. There was no, this is going to hit 1 million views. Oh, we need it to look like this. You know, I of course had artistic vision and wanted it to sound a certain way. You know, we focused a lot on the music, really.
Yeah.
And then the video would kind of come later, and so the shock, when things would hit hundreds of thousands and millions, and when we had a couple of those videos go viral, whatever that even means anymore,
right.
It was out of, you wake up and you look at your phone and you're like, what is happening? And of course that was such a blessing. I was, you know, and I'm still so grateful for those videos, because some of those YouTube videos, like, I still get stopped for, like, randomly, like, in the most, like, I mean the most random places. People will be like, oh my god, I love that YouTube video you did with Mario Jose and Vincent Kennedy. Oh, I love that video we did, which I love. And now again, that's just us, that we just came together and we were like, let's just sing a song that we love. And
was that the Brandy one?
The Brandy Have You Ever? We got to sing it for Brandy.
Yeah, she's so great.
She, I mean, she cried. She spoke like prophecy over our lives and was so kind. Has like supported us since on you know, Instagram and stuff, which is so nice. I'm like sitting here DMing Brandy. I can't even handle. She was huge. She was huge for me and for the other two growing up. Yeah. And so it's crazy that these little videos, because they don't feel like these massive productions. I'm not like, oh yeah, these videos, but they're just, again, like us coming together, and even the one that I think we met doing with Luke Edgman, I think that's when we met. We might have met one more time before that, but I remember chatting with you and being like, oh my god, I love her. And that, I mean, we just, again, we wanted to sing that song. We brought people in, I think, and we had like a group moment, and
very just organic. It felt very organic.
Which, thank you. They've kind of taken me places I never thought they would, and it's created a little, you know, group of people who just online who are so great and so nice and support me, and it's kind of, it was that first step in trying to make, because YouTube, when you're getting views and you're getting traction on your videos, I mean, they can pay pretty well, and so I remember seeing some checks coming in from YouTube being like, like you can make a full living off just on YouTube. Oh, I'm nowhere near that, but there are people out there that make their full living on YouTube.
Wow.
Which is so cool and so crazy. So that blessing has been like tremendous. And like I said,
let's talk about how it's helped you. So yes, let's talk about the open doors. So let's give an example of how, you know, your videos kind of circling around the industry and in LA, how that has opened doors.
I mean,
an example.
Yeah, I mean, it gets your voice heard. You know, people, you know, say, oh, that's somebody. You know, being LA based is great, and so I just, you know, started getting calls. You know, and you do a lot of session work and a lot of background vocal work, and I just remember getting a call one day, hey, we need singers for Jimmy Kimmel, and I was like, oh, great, that's awesome, that's a check, TV, blah blah blah, SAG, all that jazz, and I'm still without. This was maybe a year ago. Couple years ago maybe, and so I was, you know, I'm still hustling, like I'm still trying to make the, you know, this dream come true, but I got this call, and it was just for Jimmy Kimmel. We need singers, we need a small choir. Great. Fast forward a couple days, we had a rehearsal. I was on my way to the rehearsal, had no idea who it was for. Driving in my car to the center stage in Burbank, I get an email saying it's for U2, and I was like, oh, like the U2, rock legends, icons, Bono, U2. And they said we still are working with the creative team to figure out what song.
Oh, okay.
Well, great. So we show up, there's 6 of us, and we get the song, and it's Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For, which, you know, is one of their iconic ones from Joshua Tree, but there's all these apparent choir parts that are different, and they want it this way, and they want it this way, and so we were scrambling to learn it before we went in with them, and Bono's creative director, his main creative right hand, who's been like his friend for years, which is so cool that they were like friends before, and he's like been able to take him on. Bono's been able to take this guy on his journey. It's actually so cool to watch. Comes bursting through the door. This guy comes bursting in, and he goes to me. He goes, "You're the good singer," and I mean we're all good singers. So I was like,
You're right.
Bono wants you to sing a solo, and can you have it prepared in 10 minutes? Can I have what? What do you say? Yeah. Oh yeah. Again, we had just gotten the song. I didn't really know it very well. I knew that
you could have
found what I'm looking for is about what I knew about this song.
Yeah.
And sure, yeah. Oh, okay.
Just say yes.
You say yes. He walks out the room. I turn on him like, oh my god. Grab the lyric sheets. I don't even know where the solo sits. Is it the whole thing? What is it? Is it like a run in the background? I don't know what it was. And we ended up going in the room, and I figured it out. We had somebody come in and help us. It ended up being kind of a solo duet thing, which was cool with another girl. Mm-hmm. And make a long story short, we go into the room with Bono. Bono is incredible, just so nice right away, so excited about us, which is so crazy because it's Bono. Right? He just been like, hi, but he was there. He was like, what's up? How you guys doing? I sang this little, it's not very long. It's not like this masterful solo. But I sang my piece, and he was so encouraging and so nice. He was like yelling at me. He like missed his entrance because he was like, sing, and he just like loved it. And then he was like, oh, sorry, he came back in and came over after and was like so encouraging. He said, what's your name? Never stop singing. He said, I know it's tough out there. Trust me, I know I'm 60-something years old and I've been hustling my butt off my entire life, but never stop. You have a gift, and it was
so great.
It was a very affirming moment in a time where I was kind of a little discouraged, to be honest. Yeah. And it was such a word, and it was an incredible experience. The show, ended up, we filmed a couple days later, and he apparently went back to creative team and he went, I want 60 singers, not 6. And so it's Bono, and so they were like, we'll get 60 singers. I mean, and so I remember showing up to set that day, and there was so many people there, and I was like, this is so great. I actually knew a lot of them, which was fun, and it was an incredible experience. And it's opportunities like that, like in the moment it's happening, and you're just like, you don't really think much of it, but even in conversation like this, like it's such a reminder of like what a blessing that was, and that was because, tie this all in a full circle moment, because of like the lowly little YouTube videos and my little YouTube channel that I started, and somebody heard me and said, oh, this is somebody we should call, or whatever.
It was a good launch.
And it was because of that that's one story, but that God has opened doors, and there have been great opportunities for me to meet people and to sing with people, and even doing this, it's like we wouldn't have met if it wasn't for kind of that leap of faith. Because I remember uploading that first video, you don't have any subscribers. Who's gonna watch? Is my mom, and like and
a couple family members and your best friends,
and your little team of people around you, your little circle of your community, if you will, and to watch that grow has been so humbling and such a blessing, and has literally led to me being here with you. So it's amazing.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, we could sit here and chat with you all day long, but we don't have that long. But we can't leave without talking about the 4, because
the 4.
by the time this video airs, quite a bit of time will have gone by. That literally just a week or so, maybe a week and a couple of days.
I think it was like a week and some change.
Yeah, you were on the 4.
Yeah.
You were a contestant on the 4. Yeah. You did a challenge. You got sent home. And everybody knows it now. And
no spoilers.
But we don't know. But at this point, we don't really know what's going to happen, because by the time this airs,
the show will be over.
The show will be over. But there's things within that show that maybe they'll bring you back. We don't know.
Who knows?
Right now, we don't know.
Which is fun.
So we're still kind of living in that.
Right.
But happy you went on the 4?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm so happy. It was... And it really, truly was an amazing experience. Reality television is tough. It's touchy.
And you've done American Idol.
And I've done American Idol. I've done stuff with The Voice. America's Got Talent hit me up for a season, and I was like,
you're like, how many of these guys?
This is my 4th. The 4th was the 4. The 4 was the 4th.
Yeah.
And I really I have nothing negative to say. I mean, the people that run the show are fantastic. They were so kind and so invested in me. It didn't necessarily turn out the way I, and maybe even some people behind the scenes maybe wanted, but nothing negative to say about anything. And you do it, and then so we would film, and then a week later it would air, and so in that week I'm like, oh my gosh, like
how's this going to...
Yeah, you kind of that inner turmoil of like, oh, well, how's it going to be received? What am I going to look like even? You're not really prepared to watch yourself on national television, and a lot of people would tell you that. Anybody who's ever done these reality shows would tell you that. Yeah. And to have it air and have it received so well, the literal influx of love from people from all over the world has been so amazing, and the Ford giving me the opportunity to have that stage, that platform, that moment, however long or short it was, I'm so grateful for, because it has really, there are people messaging me every single day about, we're fans for life, we support you, they that they maybe disagree with what happened. There's been a lot of that. And again, going back, there was so much love in the room when it happened, and everybody behind the scenes. The girl that I challenged, Whitney, I knew her from before, and have so much love and respect for her and her gift and her child, and there's just not one negative thing that was really said to me that hurt or anything. It was just so. And
you were saying prior to our interview that you just wished almost that that the love could have transcended through the episode to the people at home watching, because you were like, it was there, but it was really there, but we just couldn't see all of that from the television.
Right, I think
how much love was there.
They have to edit it down. I mean, I was out on that stage for I think over an hour from the time I walked out, from the time I was walking off being sent home, and God, there was so much love from the audience, judges, from the other contestants I didn't even challenge, from Fergie, and of course they can't show every little in and out of my time up there, and so they have to edit it down from over an hour to maybe 20, 30 minutes. And yeah, if I had one regret, it would just be that I felt like some of that love was edited out. Me and Whitney were really affirming each other as much as we want ourselves to win. We were affirming. I love, again, I already said, like, I love her gift and her spirit. Fergie, like, grabbed our hands and prayed with us while we were waiting for the audience to vote. Led us in like an amazing prayer, which was so focused, like it was a good refocus, and like an actually very moving prayer, and like they didn't show, that's something they didn't show, and like that I wouldn't even call a regret, because I get to talk about it, and see, like that was part of the journey. But it, at the end of the day, it was just fun. So I think I told you that when we were talking prior. Like, it was actually so fun to be out there. It was like not nerve-wracking. I felt ready to go, and Fergie's so fun and like crazy, and so like spinning on stage with her and stuff was just all fun. And so I've walked away feeling very grateful for the opportunity, and the platform. I know it sounds kind of cliche, but there's people out there that got the opportunity to hear me that weren't tuning into the YouTube channel yet, And
you never know where that's going to lead, it's just it's building more for your YouTube channel. It's building more people know who you are, and all of those things.
And it's such a blessing. I'm like so grateful, for sure.
Well, I am so thrilled that you came and joined us for a black and white session.
Thank you for finally having me.
Well, we are thrilled. We wish you all the best, Matt.
Thank you, Keri. It means a lot.
You're so focused and you're so driven, and and that's half the battle, if not more than half the battle. So keep doing what you do. You're just incredibly talented, and we wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
Yay.
Until next time.
Until next time.
Bye.
Bye.